Great. Okay, so for the feedback, like I mentioned earlier, your mentors will be giving you feedback, and we already know the people that will be giving the feedbacks. I've already mentioned their names earlier. So, but just before we proceed, I just wanted to give a general, I won't call it a feedback, but somewhere in between a feedback and just general comment. So, I'm happy to see a lot of us are really pushing on the career development. But if we drill down, are we all really doing this? Or is just one or two people pushing it within a team? So go back with that question and think of it. This journey is your journey. Even if you met everybody within your team, this person is my team member, this person, everybody, life nap ahead. I know you've heard me say this statement on and on. Please ensure you develop yourself, ensure you go through all these things, the CV, everything. Make sure you're ready, make sure you are right, make sure you're achieving something from this internship, make sure you're putting yourself out there. Don't always shy away. There are a lot of people that till tomorrow we've not heard their presentation or anything because they are always shying away or something. Please put yourself in that position. And if there's someone in your team that has been doing this over and over, feel free to tell the person to step down so you want to take over, so you can try yourself out and all that. It helps break that jinx of being scared or anything. To you, you might be like, oh, it's something I can do. But practice means perfect, or how do I put it? Practice is your journey to perfection. So please try and practice as much as you can. Remember, this is your journey. Work on all the parameters we gave you for your career development, and more will be coming up soon. So make sure you're not lagging behind. Thank you. Then secondly, this will be to all the Scrum Masters. Please, your Jira, ensure you end sprint tonight. And then tomorrow, you can start sprint again. But ensure you end all the sprints tonight. And I saw very beautiful burn down charts for your Jira board, in as much as you didn't, finish up and everything, but it was still a good progression. That means something was being done during the course of the sprint. I will not single out the team because I don't want anyone to be biased about it, but at least it was not bad. It was good to see. So thank you so much. I'll be handing over immediately now to Tammy. Tammy, please go ahead with the feedback for the SMs. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Wumi. So I would again start with Magnum team since they were the first, and I would like to say that they did a very good job. I mean, everyone did a very good job. Like, I could see much more improvement from 2 weeks ago, from last sprint. So I would like to say well done to everyone and the Scrum Masters as well for an amazing job. So for Magnum, I wasn't really sure again what the project was about because they didn't explain what the project mandate was and what the sprint goal was for that sprint. And I'm not really sure I caught a date, like the date for their current sprint. I'm not sure if it was there. And I think they mentioned something like planned activity rather than commitment for the sprint. So it feels like, so I just wanted them to make sure that they are using the right terminologies, so that instead of saying the planned activity for the sprint, you could just say something like the commitment for the sprint, or this was what we committed for the sprint, something like that. And then amazing work again explaining the burn down chart, and maybe you can try explaining the velocity. And I wasn't sure if they did a retrospective was done. Maybe there's an action plan for the next sprint, or there's something that they want to like take back and improve on the next sprint, like expectation and adaptation for that sprint. I'm not sure if it was done, but regardless, good work on the burn down chart, good work explaining what she did. And for the platinum, again, I didn't see the date, and the product mandate was given. The sprint goal was also explained. It was really good. And so you mentioned something like product PBI is remaining for the project. It was supposed to be product PBI remaining for the sprint, because what you have left is for the sprint, not for the entire project, because new stories would always come up. The BAs would always write new stories. So it's not product backlog item remaining for the project. Rather, it should be the product backlog items remaining for that sprint. So I wanted to just mention that. But I also thought that you kind of like corrected yourself. I'm not sure, but I think you mentioned something like that. And it was amazing that retrospective was done. You picked action items, was identified, and you explained your metrics too, which was a very good try. And I think it could be better. I think it could be better, but the fact that you tried to explain the metrics, it was good, nice work. So just one feedback would just be like to focus more on completing the task. I know that it's like a team effort, but please, Scrum Masters, try to assist your team as much as possible to pick up work and complete their job. I mean, this is the second sprint and no work has been done. Stakeholders will not be happy if this was like if you're at work and for 1 month nothing has been delivered, no value has been given. It would not really look good on them because you just feel like they're pouring money and nothing has been done. So I think you should try to focus more on making sure the team completes their task. And for Dynamite, I saw that there was date was given, the product mandate was also there, sprint goal was also given. And again, nice work explaining plan for the next sprint in terms of spillovers. You mentioned that you had spillovers and that you prioritize it for the next sprint. That was really spot on. And although I was not sure I understood the explanation of the metrics, but again, it was a good try. It could be better. And retrospective was done, action items were selected, and also goal for the next sprint was also highlighted. I think Platinum also highlighted goals for the next sprint, which was also really nice. Again, you could just also like try to work on explaining the metrics. And for Twilight, sprint goal, the sprint and the mandate, the product mandate, and was not really explained. I wasn't sure I saw anything like that. And the metrics as well, I think it was done, but you didn't explain it. You were just like, okay, this was the metrics for the sprint. Next slide. This was this for. It was like I was expecting like some sort of explanation to actually understand what happened. Because if I was a stakeholder, I really want to know what you did. Okay, maybe you committed this, and you did not complete this. This is the work remaining. Like I didn't really get any explanation for the metrics. It was just like you just showed me quickly and just went by. And I didn't pick what's next for your next sprint. Like what is the team going to do in the next sprint? Like what are the actions that you want to do? You want to ensure that you do to have a better performance in the next sprint. I wasn't sure I caught that. And again, I didn't catch the date of your sprint, and I didn't catch the mandate for that sprint as well. But really, it was a good presentation, very well presentation from everyone. And we can always improve. Always improve. There's always room for improvement, but it was a really good job. Really, I was really impressed that the corrections highlighted last sprint was worked on, and it was really good. And I probably agree with some of the teams that say they should meet more with the Scrum Masters, mentor, especially in terms where you might need to understand how the metrics works and how it could be explained. So that's also one feedback for the Scrum Masters as well. So really good job, everyone. And thank you for taking the corrections into consideration and implementing it in your report this sprint. So thank you so much. And thank you, Wumi. That'll be all from me.
Thank you so much, Timmy. And all what you picked on were all spot on. Thank you for that. And just to add, please, if by now you're not doing your retro as a team, that's on you. Please ensure you do your retro. It's always good to do your retro so you can adapt all the changes and the feedback into the next sprint and henceforth. So please ensure your retro is done as a team. Thank you. Thank you so much, Demidi. There's a message from Bolu on the chat. So guys, please look at your chat to see what the message is. Thank you. We'll be going to the BAs. Bolu, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Shoot, thank you.
Right, thanks. I mean, this is it's beautiful to watch progress. And I just want to say well done to everyone. You guys really came. I mean, the Twilight team, you guys, you said I mean, what was the name again? Something about wolf. I was like, okay, you people are not playing.
Please
The
say the name
next
again.
but I think it's something about wolf. Please, can you remind us about the name?
Yeah, the name was
Wolf
Pack of Wolves,
or
Hungry for
Pack of
Success.
Wolves? I mean, Pack of Wolves. Like they are not playing. It was really catchy, and yeah, that was the first thing that actually attracted me to your presentation. I really wanted to listen. It was fun. It was playful, but also serious. I mean, that's not my feedback, but it was good. I just wanted to give you guys that it was a really good one. So to the BAs, yeah, well done on your presentation. The first feedback is please do not use terminologies that are school related because this is work. So you said assignments. I think you should replace assignments with task. And you said AUT, the mindful is UAT, and you guys had a lot of PBIs in UAT done. I was wondering why it was not in done because it wouldn't reflect on your metrics if you don't put it in the done column as explained. So it's very important that when you guys are done with anything in UAT, you've completed UAT on it. Since you have the done column, please move it to the done column as well. Also, I was wondering why the BA was displaying screenshot from the retro. You really don't need it because you are presenting this back to stakeholders. So I mean, it's not really your place to be telling stakeholders are not interested. Like that was not the job that was given to you. If you get what I mean. If your Scrum Master wasn't available, yeah, it's fine. But if the Scrum Master is there, you don't really it feels like repetition because the Scrum Master already displayed that. So yeah, you can just take it out. Also, the burn down and the burn up charts in your slide, I don't think it was necessary. So yeah, for a BA, except you are able to explain it and your Scrum Master didn't explain it previously. So just avoid repetition. Um, yeah, but overall, well done. For the Magnum, I really liked your wireframe. It was really nice. It was really good to see how you designed the side navigation panel without even giving you any screenshot. I mean, I'm proud of you guys. Well done. And yeah, you guys have a really healthy backlog. I mean, healthy board. Your board is really healthy, like it's full. Well done. And for your process map, I realized that you put sub processes. I don't really think you need that in a high level because there was a lot of repetition on your sub process. So you need to be mindful of how to use sub process. If you need to understand it, you might need to speak to your mentor for the sub process because you don't actually need so much repetition of the same thing when you're using sub process. And it would be nice for this kind of presentation to just present high level. You had a really good process map. It was just that I spotted. So if you want to look into that and just fix it, it would be nice. For the platinum team, yeah, your board was really good as well. You had a really good board. The process map isn't clear. Like I really did not understand what you guys were displaying back. You had a decision point, but nothing was happening to your decision. What then happens? Like if there's a decision, what happens when it's a yes or a no? I didn't see that. So please, if you want to look into that, or maybe you didn't do a full screenshot, but yeah, I just picked up on that. I didn't see what happens when the decision um when a user takes a decision because it has to go like the two arrows has to follow when there's a decision point. And we had a really good wireframe. Also for your use case, I was wondering why you only have one feature, like why you designing one feature for a use case because use case is already high level. So you can do a use case for your entire project and it's still high level and it makes sense. I mean use case diagram, and it makes sense to whoever you're presenting it to. But when you do just one, I don't really know, like, is not really showing the entirety of the project. So a use case is supposed to capture the entirety of the project. You've been given the project mandate, so just use that to build your use case diagram. It will be really, really good. Yeah, so for the Dynamite team, I mean, you guys blew my mind. It was really, really good. I enjoyed your presentation from the BAs. I really liked your what you guys listed as your what do they call it? Your improvements. And I mean, you guys did a lot of, you were using a lot of terminologies that were important. You were talking about business process analysis. You were using a lot of buzzword, which was really good to see. And you had a very good definition of done, definition of ready, and definition of done, well highlighted. Your board and your backlog was really healthy. I was able to see everything on your backlog, like how all your stories connected from epic to features to user stories, and also on your board, I could see all the stories. You had, I mean, your process map was really, really good. It was really, really good. But for the second lane, you don't need to start again because your process actually joins, like all those arrow connect them. So when you start from a swim lane, when you already have start on the first swim lane, you don't need to write start again in the second swim lane. Just let your arrows connect because it is a process. So it flows from one into the other. So if you just want to have a look into that and just that slight correction. I really loved your use case diagram. I wrote that is beautiful. Like your use case diagram was so nice. It captured everything about your project and it was still high level. And I could understand it just by looking at it from a glance. And you guys also included business case. It was good to see. So you guys went above and beyond, and well done. I just want to say well done on what you guys have been able to put together. Yeah, that's it from me. Thank you. Allow me. I'm done.
Yeah, hi, thank you. Sorry, I was trying to stop my background noise before unmuting. So thank you very much, Bolu. That was great too. Thank you. And guys, please don't think Bolu was pampering you by saying, oh, it was really good. It was really good. The truth is, we saw your journey from the scratch. So between Spring Zero and now, trust me when I said it, when I concurred to say it was really good. It's good to see your progress. It's good to see you adapting to the corrections that you've been given. That's your feedbacks and all. So really, that's why you're hearing, oh, it's really good. It's really good today. You know, it's not because anybody is just trying to, you know, butter your ego or something. It's just because your progress is, you know, great. Though we still expect more, of course, there's always room for improvement and all that, but it's really good to see this progress. So thank you so much, Bolu. Okay, we'll go to you, Rita, for the QAs. Thank you.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Yeah, so I'm gonna start with Twilight. So for Spring 2, Twilight, you guys have been so amazing. You guys did blow my mind up. Like it was really good. However, I would have loved to see more, or I would have liked to see more. Yeah. So you didn't. I don't know who took the person that spoke for the QAs didn't state how many stories were committed, and there was no proper report of how many stories were committed and how many that met the definition of ready and done. And yeah, and even for the bugs raised, I didn't get any of that, of how many bugs that were raised. And you didn't show any screenshot of test cases. And even for the framework, I would have liked to see the process that for the installation. I know you were stating it, but yeah, I would have liked to see a bit of screenshot of the framework that were the steps that were taken, as in during the process of installation. Yeah. And yeah, and then you only had 2 stories in Dawn. So yeah, I to be honest, I wasn't sure. There was no proper report of all what that was done in the sprint for the test, a proper report of your test plan for the spring. Yeah. So, but however, there's room for improvement. Hopefully, for spring 3, you guys will do a lot better. So, yeah. Then, moving on to Magnum. Yeah, Magnum. I must say, I was blown by your. In fact, you guys did so well for me. I like the fact that you had the number of PBIs. I mean, you had a good report. It was well detailed. Like everything was it's a clear understanding of your of everything that was done in spring 2. I would say you guys should keep it up because it shows a clear understanding of what you guys are doing. So you had the number of PBIs committed, you had a summary of your test cases, you had your test runner. For me, it was good. And then you had your defects and the wireframe. I like that bit, which was top notch. You had your repro steps, and then you had your downloading and your installation. So I'm going to ask, I don't know who presented. You said you have a repro. Can one of you just unmute and tell me, you said you had something in the repository, sorry.
Yes.
Can you clarify on that, please? What do you mean by you have something in the repository?
Okay, so like on the wiki, basically like we just update, put information like from time to time, what we're doing. If there may be any challenges, we put it on there. We're learning any new thing, you know.
Okay. So it's nothing to do with, okay. When you said you had something in repo, so I was thinking you had a code in
No.
the repo.
No. We have.
Okay, that's fine. And I like the clear understanding of the impediment that was shown. Yeah. Overall, it was a good report, a very detailed one at that. I think everyone should take those steps that Magnum took. It was a very good one. I'm sure every stakeholder would like such report. Yeah, well done, guys. That was good. So moving on to Platinum. Platinum, you guys were one of the ones to like look at for. You guys did very well, but I was expecting more considering what you did in the last spring. So I was expecting a lot I was expecting you guys to raise the bar even higher. But yeah, but so far it wasn't too bad. I think maybe you guys were just like very confident. That's why, maybe, let me put it that way. Yeah, I didn't see enough, to be fair. But I like the table of contents. It was very good. I like the test steps. Yeah, it was good. And a bug was raised. It wasn't assigned to a developer. I don't know if I missed that, but I didn't see it being assigned to any developer. Yeah, so there's something else as well. So for the bug that was raised, in your repro steps, you had the first step failed, the second step failed, the third step failed. So this is for Platinum, right? I don't know if anybody want to unmute and explain that bit. Because for your first step to fail, I don't think you can go any further, if you get what I mean. So you had your first step failed, the second step failed, and the third step failed. If somebody can unmute and explain that bit to me, because I didn't get how that bug was raised, to be honest. This is for Platinum. Tammy, you can unmute. I can't hear you if you're speaking. Okay. So yeah, and I would have also liked to see a framework of your the screenshot of your framework, the process of the installation, like bit by bit, a screenshot of how your test runner, your test engine, your pumps and the likes. Yeah, I didn't see any of that. But overall, you guys did so well, to be honest, for spring 2. And I like the personal growth and achievement at the end. I like that. That's a very good one as well. So yeah, well done. Overall, you guys did so well. It's not bad for spring 2, but I was expecting much. Yeah, but still okay, to be honest. Yeah. So thank you. So for Dynamite, yeah. Dynamite, yes. Dynamite. Yeah, Dynamite, you guys did well. Yeah. I mean, coming from what happened in the last spring, yes, well done to you guys. You guys did so well. I like the summary of your board as well. It was detailed. You had the numbers of PBIs committed, the numbers of bugs raised. I liked the report. It was detailed as well. I like the fact that you had this the highs and the lows, the priority and the severity of the bugs. Yeah. And yeah, talking of bugs, Dynamite, you also had the same issue. So your first step failed. I don't know how you arrived at the second step. And then the second step passed. So please, yeah, for bug raising, I think you guys need to speak to your mentors. I'm speaking to all the QAs now. So if you don't know how to raise a bug, please speak to your mentors. But for Dynamite, I did take you guys on this bug raising, so but I don't know what happened. So please look into that. Yeah, so your first step is not supposed to fail. So if your first step fails, then there's no way you'll be able to proceed to the next step, if you get what I mean. Yeah. So
Hi, Rita.
yeah, hi Ganya.
Sorry to cut you short. That was not the first step. We just highlighted the part that failed. It is not the first step.
No, so if you wanna show that again, because I saw the repro steps. So that's where I'm communicating from. Your repro steps says the first one failed and the second one passed. Yeah. So if you wanna prove that again to
Tammy, please, could you share the screen, please? Let's confirm, please.
Please.
yeah, so while Tammy is doing that, I also like the way you had the steps of the framework. But I would have also liked to see a screenshot of each steps, but you did have the process detailed. So where
Yeah,
you had
no, go
the
back,
repro.
please. Again, please. Yes, this
the
is
repro
it.
steps. Repro. No, this is not your repro. When a bug is raised, your repro steps. Steps to reproduce. Yeah. Can you see it? Here. No, go back.
Yes, that's it.
No, go back, please.
Go back,
No,
please.
it's
Just-
next one. It's next one.
Is it next or
Okay.
before?
The next.
No, I think it's the one before this page.
It's the one before,
Previous. Oh, sorry, judges.
Yeah, but I don't know why she's not moving. Just go back or front. Yeah.
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 This
You
is
press.
it. That's step 6. Oh. Tammy, please, could you go back,
No.
please?
Yes.
Yes, it's okay. Yes, please.
So can you see? Yeah. Yeah, but you can see what I just said. So your first one failed, and then
Yes,
the
but-
second one passed.
Yes, that's the step 6. That's step
But it-
6. That is 6th this thing.
Okay, that's not the beginning. Is that what you're
No,
trying to
that's
say?
not the beginning. It's the 6th step.
Okay, please, for clarity next time, just and it's also good to have a screenshot of your environment as well when to yeah. So is that 6? Okay, 6. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, my bad.
you.
Yeah. Okay,
Thank you,
thank you
Timmy.
for
Thank you,
clearing that.
Rita.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so yeah, so a completed framework would have been good to see a completed framework with a screenshot. Yeah, so overall, you guys did so well. Yeah, you guys have improved a lot from screen 1 to spring 2. Yeah, so thank you so much. Thank you, guys. So
Namaste.
I'm expecting more from you guys next demo. So but overall, you guys are doing so well for spring 2. You guys are doing really well. Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Rita.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rita. Sorry. Thank you so much, Rita, and thanks for the feedback. Team Dynamite, you see that you're running, eh? Maybe people will come and copy that. It really cracked me up too. So thank you, really. Thank you for all the feedback. And guys, please adhere to this feedback and work on them. We'll go straight to the ADMs. Moji.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone, for the presentation. I was hoping I would be able to echo the other mentors that have spoken concerning each of the roles to say well done to the team, but I'm not so happy with the APM ADMs. For 3 teams, there are no presentation for ADM, and I want to believe we have ADMs in these teams. So I'm not sure what happened, why they didn't present, or why their presentation slides were not. I'm not so keen on SMs or any member of the team doing presentation really for the ADMs. I think that happened in one of the sprint. The first time I had to give feedback for the ADMs, that happened where the Scrum Master, or was it the BA, that was doing the presentation for the ADMs. Last demo, it was Laomi that did the presentation, but I think even the last demo for sprint 1, some of the presentation were done again on behalf of the ADM. So it's really not so good. Funnily, you are the one that talks to the stakeholders more than the Scrum Masters. You engage more with the stakeholders more than the Scrum Masters. So you need these skills more than all the other team members that are on the call, more than the Scrum Masters, more than the BAs, more than the QAs. But you're not coming forth, you're not shining forth. The first time, which was sprint 0, I do understand that there were not a lot of things to present because you were just starting off. But by this sprint, I know you've done a lot because I see what goes on your platform. I see how much your mentors are helping you on your platform, to provide a lot of information. I've just scrolled through this meeting, and I know a lot of them are not even on the meeting, maybe just 1 or 2, and that's not good enough. So Scrum Masters, please give updates to them, take the updates back to them, share the recording with them so that they know. Yeah, they are not, as far as I'm concerned, it's not too good, really not too good. For Twilight, there was no presentation from the ADM. I know they've done a lot and they've been given a lot of assignments. Even Laomi helped them to get a lot of information from the project sponsor, which they could have used to do their presentation. We saw that with Magnum. But nobody from Twilight, Platinum, and Dynamite was here to give their presentation. They didn't submit their slides, and they were not even here to give their presentation. So it's not really good enough. And then for Magnum that did the presentation, it was done again by the Scrum Master on behalf of the ADM. So yeah, we have a slide, but the ADM is not there. And the only way they can perfect their presentation skills is when you come and you do this, so that they get used to how to present, they get used to talking in the midst of others, they get used to taking feedbacks and working on the feedbacks. If your mentor had been in this meeting, he would have been really, really, really disappointed, because I saw what he was doing on the platform. He did a lot. He gave a lot of resources for you to do what you needed to do. And then when it's time for you to, show a reflection and portray a bit of the work you did during the sprint, there was really nothing to show for it. So it wasn't really good enough. For the Scrum Master in Magnum, please take this back to the to the ADM that did the presentation. It was good. It was nice. I love the slides. I love what they put on the slides, but it could have been better because at the back of the slide, they just need to clean up their slides before you use it. You've put good information on the slide, and I'm still seeing a bit of features that you normally see on a blank slide showing on that slide that they put data that they want to present onto. So just use a clean, check your slide, check your work after you've put all your data on it to make sure that there is nothing, underneath or it's showing properly, because that gives you a good presentation. You don't want to put something out there that is not, too nice, too presented properly. And then looking at the work breakdown that was presented, there was no timeline there for delivery. You might want to put that there so that your stakeholders are aware that, okay, so these might be the deliverables. What is the timeline for the deliverables that you've listed? That wasn't shown in the slide that was picked. And then maybe picking a proper tool will have been better, either using Excel, MS Project. And even if you want to use PowerPoint, it's fine. There is a table that you can insert on PowerPoint that you can use, to demarcate the deliverables and the timelines and everything, make it more proper. The way it was done on the slide, if a stakeholder had to look at that, I will have to be using my hand to trace to say, okay, so this is this one and is, I'm tracing it to these deliverables. But if you put it on a table with the demarcation of all the borderlines of a table, the rows and the columns, it is much easier to read and is much easier to look at than the way they've put it. So please tell them for better presentation next time. I love the organogram. It's beautiful. The way they've pasted out and all that, the way it was created was very beautiful. So please give them that feedback. But next time we would love an ADM to do that presentation rather than the Scrum Masters doing it, all the time. If they are on the internship, they've sacrificed to be here, they've made the payment and the efforts to be here. If they can produce that document, then they should come and shine with it also, and not, pass it on to somebody to do. If you're doing that one-off is good, but when it becomes a pattern of every demo is the Scrum Master that is demoing, and that's a bad pattern, and it's not just good enough. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Muji. So thank you to all the mentors that gave feedback today. You guys gave us a pro.
You've missed the
feedback.
DA.
Oh,
me.
Yes, please. I know. Thank you. So thank you so much, guys, for the pro feedback. It's really great to hear this, and I like the emphasis you made, Muji, on the ADMs not being here. It's really very painful because, if Femi sees this, he'll cringe. If Ken sees this, they'll cringe. They'll be like, with all the effort, not even going back and forth between last week and this week to ensure that you guys have a successful sprint at least, or understanding of what should go on. So please, SM, this is on you to give feedback to your ADMs. Encourage them to be here, amongst other things. So thank you so much for spotting that out, Muji. And don't worry, the DAs will not pass you guys by. Thank you. Sarah, please shoot.
Sorry.
Go ahead, it's your show.
Yeah, so 1 second, I'm in a very noisy place. 2 seconds, please. So just a quick feedback. All the DAs, I'm very proud of your progress so far. I can see you're all, working with Tableau, SQL, and Excel, and it's good to see that you've all kind of included down your slides. So I'm very happy with that. With Twilight, I have to do a great presentation for the XDAs. The Tableau was excellent. Excel VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, very nice. There was SQL query data, where clause, all the different clauses. I'm very happy with that. Visualization for global distribution, amazing. Scatter plot and team collaborations, I think that was also very good. Then we also have Magnum. Ayola was presenting. He did a really good representation also of the team overall, and well done. I'll then move on to Platinum. very good structure, by the way, Ayodeji. He did Excel, Tableau, joint functions, different functions in Tableau, which is really good. Map functions, SQL. He mentioned that there was concatenate, where clause, different kind of clause that they've done in Excel with some really good how do I say archive pictures for that. So that's amazing. Very happy with that also. And they also have Dynamite. They had Excel visualization, Tableau graphs, plots, customer scatter plots also, Bummet trading for SQL. Overall, I'm very happy with that. And I just want to say well done to everybody overall. Yeah, that's my feedback.
Thank you, Sarah. That was quick. And I like that you mentioned them one after the other. So I'm sure, you know, they picked on every necessary thing they were supposed to put on the slide. So thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. Thank you for the feedback, all the tutors. They were all spot on and they are all revealing what it should be revealing. So it really is I'm happy to see this. And guys, give yourself thumbs up, give yourself a pat on the back. This is a very improved sprint. However, like I mentioned earlier, there's still real room for improvement. So before I go ahead and pass the baton to Deji, if he wants to give a general feedback before he tells us what we're going to be doing next sprint, I'd like to ask if there's any mentor or body on call or any tutor that wants to give feedback to any team or anyone in particular. Please feel free to unmute and shoot.
Sorry, allow me just a quick one to the Scrum Masters. I just remembered now. I said I was going to say, but I just remembered. Okay. For almost every Scrum Master that presented tonight, while you were talking about your Scrum event, you kept including refinements to your Scrum event. Please, your refinement meeting is not one of the Scrum events. So your Scrum event is your sprint planning, your daily stand-up, your sprint review, and your retro. So your refinement is a very important meeting in Scrum and Agile, but it's not one of the sprint your Scrum event, because you were counting it. You said, oh, and then we had the Scrum event, and you said in which are, and then you count it as. I noticed almost every Scrum Master said it. So please just be aware that it's a very important meeting to have. It's one of the best practices for Agile and Scrum for you to have refinement, but it's not one of your Scrum events or your Scrum ceremonies. Okay, so just note that, Scrum Masters.
Thank you so much, Moji. Thank you for that. Who else? Any other mentor or body? Please feel free to unmute. It's always good for them to hear from other people today. Please, if you have any comment for anyone, any team, anything in particular. Okay. One of the comments that came to me earlier too was that I know the person's name that spoke about it. Like, you wanted to introduce your other team members. So I want to say my name is Ola, and my other team members are blah, 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 or my other role members are this. You said that you literally said I have other teammates on the other QAs, like they now started mentioning them. You see that, like, through that statement off. There are little things that we don't think about when we're presenting, and they're actually quite important. At that moment, I was like, oh, is he shaky or something, or is he not confident? But when you started speaking, yeah, there was confidence and all, you know, but all those kind of things, be mindful. That's why sometimes we say before you do this, it's good to just do a 1 or 2 times rehearsal just to get your groove on, you understand? So saying I have other teammates like this, that like just threw it off. The way you said it, I'm not saying it as properly as you said it, but you know, it was almost like you were comparing them to things, you know, without, you know, so let's just be careful. I might chat the person later, you know, specifically just to let you know, because it wasn't a team thing, it's just a personal thing, but let's just be mindful, choose the right word, pick the right words. And I'm still hearing as you from somebody, you know, that was not too good. I think we've passed the stage of you not being able to pronounce Azure DevOps or something, or prep major. So we don't want to be hearing pre-major, though I didn't hear pre-major tonight, but I heard Azure or something, and I was like, no, we're past this stage. So let's remember to be careful about that. So thank you. If there's no other mentor or body that wants to give a feedback, Deji, over to you.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I've got to. Yeah, I've logged into places anyway because my network is not bad. At any particular time, if you don't hear me, let me know so I can move to a different one that I've logged into. Okay, Well, yeah, thank you so much for all the reviewers, the feedback. Thank you. So detailed. I kind of was like, okay, why am I here anyway? So it seems that everyone have taken my position in how to give it. But thank you so much for that. So it shows that you guys are paying attention, and also you are giving detailed feedback on those ones. So I'm really, really impressed. So I want to say thank you for everyone that's giving feedback on what these guys have done. So it's really, really good. So even though I've got my note full, but I don't want to repeat what you guys have done, but I totally agree. This was the best sprint review thus far. You guys have done. Okay, so you guys have done very well, fantastically well, actually. So because if you look back from where you started from, to be honest, Sprint Zero, I know it was kind of a bit terrible that people were kind of all over the place. Even the presentation wasn't that great. And yeah, but I actually encourage you that don't worry, get better. Spring One was still a bit better, but now you guys brought this, this fantastically presented show, actually, which I think is really, really great, and with different names, actually. So, and also different captions as well, like the Pack of Wolves, and also the Running Man from Dynamite. It's really, really great, actually. So well done for that. So, so one thing I want to say, just a kind of recommendation for those guys that are doing presentation, please don't do presentation on a document hosted online. It's not reliable. I would advise you to download those documents before you present them. So yeah, so let me put that in. Then also, just to give general, I like the DA presentation, one of the best ever. So it's really, really good, to be honest. DA is my first, actually. Then I would say maybe the QA or the BA. I'm torn in between of those ones anyway, but maybe because of how the DS have analyzed and put all those screenshots in there. So I think that really, really doing in all the teams, actually. So they got very beautiful screenshots to show. And one thing I also want to say, there's one of the teams. So let me quickly go through that. Okay, yeah. So the APM or ADM, that was the I know Moji already spoken about that. I like the organogram, actually was good. But one thing I want to say to this team, which is the Magnon team, I know you guys you've used Canvas or is it Canva for your presentation, but it's okay. It looks nice. You look really, really good, but professionally, you won't use that to get it now. I like how you presented it. It's really, really good. But one thing I can say, if you can still do the same thing with PowerPoint, will be. I think I would encourage you to do so anyway. So, but it's really, really tidy and nice, to be honest. But if you can use PowerPoint for that, yeah, I think it will really be better. So okay, so and yeah, to be honest, the raid is brilliant, and all the tasks that was done by your team also is also good as well. So well done on those ones. So, and the BAs with their wireframes and everything, that actually the great thing for me, and the process map. So the only thing for the BA, you say process case. I don't think there's anything like process case. Please, yeah, I think you actually meant the process map. So please correct that if that's fine. So, and yeah. So, and also I think there's different challenges. I'll talk generally about everyone now. So in terms of those challenges that you guys face, so some of the challenges will be meetings with product owners. I think this appears in other other places as well. So not only Magnum, it appears in, I think, Dynamite as well. So, and I will tell you that take that as a part of the learning curve, actually. So some of the POs are not easy to combine, actually. So I remember one of my mentees now working anyway was telling me this PO is the most terrible person to book a meeting with. Not only that, I think she said she'll also book a meeting at work and the person will not turn up. But one way or the other, you need to know how to kind of so how to manage that. Do you get it now, so that you don't get frustrated? Do you get it now? And you don't send those nasty emails to the person because you still need him in the meeting. Do you get it now? And also maybe it turns me late into the meeting. But one thing I can say is it's one of the experience you get in there anyway. But another thing with some of your PO, life happens, they've got some challenges. I think one of the POs is bereaved as well. So you need to take that into consideration, actually. But yeah, so, but you need to have a rapport, create a rapport with your PO that as a Scrum Master, or BA, right, create a rapport with the person so that even if the person doesn't want to turn up to a meeting, he or she would generally turn up because he has a personal relationship with you anyway. The same thing applies at work as well. So, and you can quickly on the way to coffee machine meet your PO on the way, and you can just say, okay, can I have a quick chat with you for 2 minutes? And 2 minutes becomes like more than that. So yeah, and I think the keyway in Magnum, you guys did fantastically well, actually, and in terms of the metric that you actually put out there, it was really, really great. And I like the test runner steps as well. So, and that was great. So to be honest, I don't want to go into what Rita's said. Rita's given a thorough feedback on what the keyways I've done. So, and just to highlight a few, to be honest, it was really great, and also the feedback has been awesome from all the teams. So I will skip to my final note. So 1 minute, and let me just go quickly. Okay, all right. So now, in terms of tax that I'm impressed with the personal or professional development that you guys are doing, and the fact that you are also keeping track of this on Jira, and you are doing it very well. So I know Olawumi already mentioned this is your personal journey. Even though the team is doing it, you need to also make it personal. So, which I think is good. Well done for that. So, another issues I want you to create on your Jira board is cover letter, right? So you need to create a cover letter, create that particular issue on Jira cover letter, and you guys need to create your cover letter. Most of the tasks I gave to you are, even though they are in chunk, they lead to they actually lead to one another. So for instance, cover letter will be a subset, or you can get a part from your mind map. You can get a part also from your what's it called? Yeah, your elevator pitch. But I want a cover letter, a generic cover letter that you can use. Okay, so maybe at the point I would also create would also review this cover letter anyway. So we'll send it to you to put your cover letter on your CV so that we can review them together. So that would also happen anyway. So yeah. And also another thing that I need you guys to do, if you have not done it, because I don't see it right now, for the next time that we're going to do, is job description. What are your job descriptions? So you need to create that, right? So what are your job description and what are your job requirements, right? So you put them together, and yeah, like I want to say, the next demo that we're going to do will be individual one. So you need to I don't expect to see your cover letter in there, right? Don't put your cover letter, but I want to be able to see that I've done my own cover letter, I've done my CV, so those ones you need to put like a checklist that individually you need to say, oh, this is done, this is done, this is done. You need to put that, but you don't need to put the content, but I need to know that you've got them ready. Do you get it now? So, and another thing that I want to also see is job applications. You need to start doing that now in Sprint 3, because you need to start testing the waters. Do you get it now? You need to know how to apply, and if you are applying as well. One thing that always happen here is before end of the internship program, we'll see people getting jobs. Yeah. So we see people, even when we don't normally do the career development early, that we do it maybe starting from Sprint 3 or 4, all right? So, but now we started it earlier than what we should have started. So I want to see you start to apply for jobs, okay? I want also in your presentation for this particular sprint that we are entering now, I want to see how many jobs you've applied for, right? Is very, very important. So what's going to happen? We mean like those guys that are still struggling with the CV, we're going to open the CV review link again by tomorrow, so that you can submit your final version of your CV, right? So that you can review again. But most of the CV are ready and you need to send them out anyway. So, okay, another thing that I also need from you guys is like at least 2 paragraphs. I would say 3 paragraphs of your project mandate. I saw some people put in the project mandate 1 sentence or 2 lines or something like that. So no, I think I need more than that, at least 2 paragraphs, okay, of what is the project mandate. Because what happened, the reason I'm giving this is like when you go for interviews, right? And I found that some people are not able to explain their projects, right? So that's why I want, even as a team, it's also possible you do it individually. Explain what your project is doing. That's the mandate. What exactly is the project doing, right? So this is very, very important that you get it anyway. And also, individually, this is also individual tax right now. I want you to list the tools that you used in your role, right? What are the tools that you've used in your role? You put in as part of those particular demo that you're going to do, tools that you use, and also the soft skills as well, right? The skills that are required for your role, whether you have them or you don't have them. What are the skills that are required for your role? What are the tools that are required for your role? So you can put it in 2 parts. What are the tools that are required for your role, right? Which one have you got, right? Which one you got? So which one you have not got? So I need tools required for my role, and this I have, right? The skills required for my role, then this I have. So this will be individual one. So, and 8 p.m. I need to know what is happening. So I would ask you guys to send an email or a message to admin or allow me telling what happened today. And I really don't want what happened today, most especially those guys that are not here and you didn't do any presentation, right? So I will leave the guys that have done their presentation. At least you've done something which I think is good, actually. So we're done for that. So those 3 teams, I really want to know what happened, right? You need to allow me know anyway. So so another thing also that I want you guys to do, if you have not started doing, is you need to do your end of sprint demo or review. It's one of the events. Exactly. So I would, I'm going to assume that you started doing it, but if not, just to bring it out anyway. So you should do it before your retro, actually. Before your retro, I think. So it's one of the events that you need to do. I like the fact that Moji already corrected you that your refinement is one of the events. It's sometimes easy to mix them up in terminology, but it's good when we are correcting you anyways. But so even some people out there don't even know again, because you just know that even though this is practical, there's still also theoretical part of that. So you need to actually bring out there. So who knows, they might also ask you at interviews. So we just need to know the distinction between all these events anyway. So that is that anyway. So, but to be honest, it's been really, really fantastic presentation, a good show that you guys have put up. So let's make sure that the next time it's better. For this particular sprint, I want you to focus on your core functionality. now you guys have done header, footer, login, authorization, and everything for your goal. But now going into this particular sprint, the focus should be on the core functionality of your sprint. Where for this sprint 3, sprint 4, I think you're going to be focusing on payments and payment gateways that you're going to do. But now you're going to focus on, like, basically, if you are on the student journey, you talk about how to apply, right, as a student. If you're talking about instructor, how to post courses, that is one. And another thing also, for those guys, basically posting, editing, and everything. And the core part of your functionalities, that's what you need to focus on right now. So, and then in the next sprints, you'll be focusing on the third party, right? Basically, because like payment is a third party integration that has to happen within the application that you guys are developing. But overall, I'm really impressed, to be honest. So I can say well done to you guys. So, and thank you so much. Allow me over to you.
Okay, thank you so much. So we'll send this video so that you can get the to-dos that you have to do for next sprint. So Bolu, just a second before you go. I just wanted to, okay.
Okay, before you go, actually, so there's some people that actually stood out, right? So in this particular sprints, I've got 4 people that was recommended. Thank you so much for those recommendations. So should we just do drum rolls, right? Drum rolls, So Dynamites, Solar, can you be muted, please? Thank you. Okay, so drum rolls for these guys. You guys stood out in this particular sprint. So Abdul Karim, the SM for Dynamite, Abdul Karim SM from Dynamite, Ade SM for Magnum, Ade SM from Magnum, and Ayodeji DA for Platinum, and also Inca BA for Twilight. Well done. It's really impressive. And also it's good that it's actually different teams and also different roles. Unfortunately we didn't see any keyway in there, but that's okay. You guys always shine last anyway, so but that's okay. So I want to say well done to this guy. So one thing that, of course, there's a price attached to it anyway. So if you guys want to join the advanced program, that's going to happen later. So advanced program is always like £600 for life anyway. So but for now, I'm also giving you 10% of those anyway. So if you look at that in monetary value, that's like £60 given to you for a job well done. So I want to say well done for that. I know Ayodeji's already got almost like 100%, isn't it? So but you guys already kind of get 10% for what you've done today. So I want to say well done for that. Thank you. And another thing I want to say, because some people would now look at the fact that, oh, I did very well and I'm not being called out. It happens at work, to be honest, that you did wonderfully well and you are not, even when your boss do appraiser, so and you didn't get a good recommendation. It could happen because you are not visible, right? You are doing your things at the background. Do you get it now? So it's very, very important to be visible. Do you get it now? It could also happen that because other people are outshining you, or it might not also be the case. But one thing I can say, even though you are doing great things as a team, as an individual, be visible, right? Let your mentor know, right? Let them put watch for you, right? So these are coming from different recommendations from different mentors, okay? And also, to be honest, also let them know that you've done this. Put in words for me, actually, for what I've done, right? So it's also important because at work, you have to play the politics as well. You have to be open, you have to be visible, for them to give you that promotion. And that's what we are trying to encourage here as well, so that you put yourself out there, be vocal, actually, because of some of us, because of our background, we try to, okay, I don't want to be seen. No, it's time for you to be seen, right? If you are doing great thing, let them know what you are doing. And if they are not seeing it, show it to them. Do you get it now? It's very, very important. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your words of wisdom. So, guys, lastly, I just wanted to iterate before we wrap up. I like to always iterate this part because over the years, I mean, how would I put it? Over the, different cohorts that we've always had the same issue. Now, we're going to sprint 3. In sprint 3, we're going to be having individual presentation. So let's say we are 5 SMs in a team. The 5 SMs will present individually. Please do not tell me next week that, oh, I thought that each person. So if you are 20 in your team, the 20 of you will present individually. I hope my communication is clear. And we're going to be doing it 20 minutes per team. So split your time between yourselves. So 20 minutes per team. So that might leave each person to 1 minute or 1.5 minutes, but go straight to show everything that you've been asked to show. So please, I'm iterating again, 1 individual, each person within the team. If you are 5 ADMs, 5 of you will present. If you are 5 DAs, the 5 of you will present, but it will be collated just the same way that you collate it. Scrum Masters, please, if you need clarity, do not assume. Feel free to reach out. Do not assume. Feel free to reach out. Thank you. Deji, your hands are still up.
Yes, I just want to actually expand on what you said right now so that they know what to do. So this is how it's going to go. Individual presentation, you got less than 2 minutes, okay? And allow me is going to reconfirm that with you, right? But you will present to us as if we are a recruiter, right? So you present to us as if we are recruiters. Okay. If you pick a call and let's say you are SM, you're applying for a job or you've applied for a job and you're talking about what you've done. So I want you to focus on what you've done for the last 2 sprints, right? Sprint 1, sprint 2, right? So, and of course, yeah, okay, sprint 3 as well. Do you get, what have you done? That's where I've asked you to do your job requirements, your job descriptions, and also, yeah, I think also tasks that you've done. So you want to quickly, within 2 minutes, talk about what you've done. Who are you, right? Quickly, a part of your persona. Who are you, right? I don't want to hear, my name is blah, blah, blah. You leave that one. I'm a BA, certified BA, but I've got this and I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. I can do this, I can do that, I can do that. So sharp. And also one thing I want to say is that don't be shy to put 1,000 screenshots. Okay, don't be shy to put 1,000 screenshots. If your time is off, tell the timekeeper my time is up, but I've got 1,000 screenshots. I will just go through of them quickly. To be honest, one thing that does for you is basically you call it an appendixes anyway. So because the reviewer will look at those things and they speak to all of them. As you can see, if you look at the level of details that feedback that you got, you thought these people are not watching it, even to the extent that Rita was looking at why are you failing a test twice? So, and this guy know what they're looking for. Just put a screenshot. So you get it now, as many screenshots as possible of what you've done, right? But one thing, within 2 minutes, you want to pitch who you are. You want to pitch what you've done. You want to say, come and hire me within 2 minutes. So that's what I want. And it's also important, please do not run away. If you are not here on that Sunday or Saturday, I think it might be 2 days, actually. Allow me to let you know. So it might be Saturday and Sunday. If you are not here, right, just consider that you are out of the program, please. This is very, very important. So if you want to be out of the program, yeah, don't show up, right? So if you don't show up, that we consider that you are out of the program. So, and if don't send an email to say, oh, your cat is sick, you get it now, or your dog is, this is very, very important. This is your time to shine, and it's very, very important, to be honest. And this session is very, very, I cannot really overemphasize this particular one. Please, you only got 2 minutes, okay? And if you cannot do Saturday, if you are put on Saturday, you cannot do Saturday, of course you can do Sunday, right? So, and they will send the, by maybe tomorrow or Monday, they will tell you when you are going to do your own session. If you cannot do that session, right, let the admin know. They will fix you into the next one, right? They'll fix into the next one. And also let your team also know, right? It is really, really, really important, please, right? And I would, before allow me continue, I will ask any question on this, any question at all. If it's not clear, and Scrum Master, please, in a clear time, cascade this information to your team. And I would have said that the ADM should do so, right? Another thing also, please, because there's another feedback I got from the ADM. On Scrum Masters, ADMs are not reporting to you. Let me make that clear. If it has to be a report, if there should be a reporting line, the Scrum Master should report to the ADM. But let's leave it like that. Do you get it now? So, but I know the ADM are still kind of, putting their ass together, but that's fine. So, but right now, on Scrum Masters, please cascade this information to your team. The individual presentation is very, very important for you to stay on the program. Everyone should be in there, and you should present as if we are recruiters. Okay, very, very important. You should know that we are recruiter, and do your presentation within 2 minutes, right? And based on what you've done for the last three sprints, and focusing on the tools that you use, how you've done them, what you've done. So basically, it's like, come and hire me, right? Come and get me. Okay, are you ready? So basically, and it's very, very important. Thank you. Okay, over to you.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Thank you. So guys, please, we'll send this recording so that you can capture all this, so that there will be no misunderstanding. Now, just for clarity's sake again, if we are going to do it on Saturday, to avoid being partial, we usually like to submit all your slides on Saturday by 6 p.m. And the reason is so that you don't go back and be amending after you've seen other people's showcase, right? So please, let's ensure that everything is ready on Saturday by 6 p.m. You submit your slides, because now it will be individual. There might be a lot of screenshots. So we like it to be with your mentors that are going to be giving feedback already ahead of time. So they like to have your slides already ahead of time. So please, 6 p.m. on Saturday, every team, please submit your slides, everybody. So please, you have 2 weeks. This is not something that, oh, it's coming up next week. No, it's coming up next 2 weeks. So please feel free to submit your slide on time, and that's 6 p.m. on Saturday. Please send your slides to me, or better still, we'll send you a link for you to upload the slide, or you send it to admin at Prep Major, but we'll let you know before time. That's if we decide we're doing it in 2 days. So we'll tell you the timing. But if we're doing it on only Sunday, we'll give you that leverage for you to submit on Sunday by 6 p.m. I just thought to say that so that we can be on the same page. Thank you so much. Now, Bolu, over to you again. Please tell us the results for today's INEC poll. If you like, read it, we will know.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for feeding the feedback from. A lot of people feel the feedback from today because they want their teams to win, which is understandable. But thank you. Yeah, compared to last week only 16 people feel like, as at when I was collecting, we had only 10 people feel. But today we have 41 responses, which is a really great improvement comparison to last week. However, today we have, it's really close. Today's result is really, really close. So by vote, the winner is the Dynamite team.
Impossible.
Feel free to be impossible.
Wow. Hold on. I'm not done, please. 2 things make you the winner. So your team has to fill the feedback form and also votes. So yeah, and based on that, based on the number of votes and those that filled the feedback form today, okay, 1 minute. We have, so the winner for today's by vote is the Dynamite team, but because of the number of people that fill the feedback form and the is the Twilight team. Twilight team had more members fill the feedback form than Dynamite. So based on that, Twilight won because of the feedback form, and they had a very close, I mean, it was really close. The voting between Twilight and Dynamite was quite close, but yeah. So
Dynamite,
that's
well, sorry, Bolu, Dynamite, well done. Yeah, but you know, Twilight won this, man. I just want to say that, but well done to you guys as well, man. I'm happy
yeah,
for
well
you guys
done.
as well.
Well done to Dynamite. To be honest, I mean, they're my favorite team for the night, well, because they're PAs. Anyways, okay, yeah. Yeah, back to you, allow me.
Thank you. So others are not talking. You are okay with this rigging. You are okay with this rigging.
It's not rigging. It's not rigging. I mean, I said the rule from the start. So
okay.
Oh yeah, fight now. Fight now.
Don't stress Boliwa. Don't stress Boliwa.
Fight.
I
think it should be a time.
Sorry, you guys have to encourage more of your team members to fill the feedback form. So yeah.
I made sure everyone in my team voted. You get me? I made sure of that.
Yeah, that's nice. And it takes you. But really, guys, honestly, everybody did well this night. It was very difficult for me to pick someone because, like, when Mohammed finished, I was like, see the swag, see the stats. You know, when you have said you really like something, then somebody else does something and you're like, torn between which one, you know, like when the Dynamite gave us their own pace again, I was like, which one will I choose now? So it's a very tight one. Then, guys, you can also encourage your, not necessarily your mentors, right? It could be any mentor to vote, not because they want to vote for you, but at least for them to vote. So it will improve your, you know, voting chances. We have hands up. Deji, your hands were up first after Mohammed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I've been waiting for your feedback. What's going on?
Thank you so much. To be honest, I would want to say well done to Dynamite, actually, because I know the struggles, challenge you guys have gone through, even from sprint 0, right? So, and that you guys kind of, bring this particular, the show that you did today was brilliant, actually. So, to be honest, even if you didn't win the final one, so, but it's good if I also select a team. I think you'll be my team as well, to be honest. So well done.
Deji, don't say that. Deji, don't say that.
So
I mean, that's cool, you know.
All right. So thank you so much. Of course, the winner of today is Twilight. So well done to you guys. Well done for that.
You.
So so Twilight. So I think allow me, did you give team reward last time?
No.
No, we gave yes for those that we picked, the 4 people we picked last week. Yes, you gave them 10%.
Okay, all right. So
you gave me 10% last time. I remember. Sorry. Yeah.
From next week, I was thinking that maybe we'll start giving the whole team rewards, actually. All right. So hopefully, let's see what's going to happen.
Please do from this week, please.
Yeah. So
you don't have faith, McNeil. You don't have faith that you win again next week.
Deji. My team has won the last demo and this demo, so that's 2 in a row.
So we look into it anyway. Maybe at the end of the whole sprint, there's gonna be the sprint the team of the whole program. Do you get it now? We have 2 sprints left anyways, but don't worry, there's a lot of things for us to do together. But it's well done everyone, I can say. So, and also well done to Bolu. I'm very, very sure this vote is real time, actually. So everything comes at the right time. And so the coordinator is not partial and everything is there. So
INEC is INEC. I'm a Nigerian. I don't trust any INEC.
All right, well done. Thank you so much. Yeah, over to you, Bolu. You got your answer.
Bolu, are
Thank
you
you,
good?
Deji. Don't forget me, yeah?
We'll meet in court.
Yes, let's meet in court. And then you'll be sleeping in court. Have you forgotten?
I'm sorry that INEC traumatized you guys. It's not my fault that you guys came from a country that you don't trust your voting system. I'm sorry.
All right, guys. Any other
Sorry
thing from
about that.
anyone? Let's call it a wrap tonight. Any other thing?
Yeah, I was saying something. Sorry, Wumi.
Okay,
That's
sorry.
not what I wanted to say. Yeah, I just wanted to say that for the Dynamite team, you guys did an amazing job, from your Scrum Masters to your BAs to your DAs to everyone. Everyone actually did a very great presentation. So well done. I mean, you guys are my team for the night, even though I'm a mentor for Twilight, but you guys are my team for
Where's the loyalty at? Where's the loyalty?
Thank you for that comment. It's encouraging.
I think I'm gonna change mentor. I need to put in a complaint.
Thank you.
Thank you. You can change your team.
No. I'm riding my team Twilight to the end.
We need you in Dynamite.
We just need a loyal mentor. But we have Tolly, so it's all right.
All right, guys. Thank you for a fantastic night. I guess we should call it a night. Let's have a great night. Enjoy your new week. See you tomorrow in your sprint planning. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good